Hello, friends. My dear young learners, how are you all? Hope you all are doing very well with your family. I'm sure these days you are enriching yourself every day, every moment. And I, Rakhi Mishra, once again welcome you all to this session of English learning from your NCERT book, that is Marigold for Class 5 and Unit 6. And today we are going to discuss the poem. But my dear young learners, my dear students, before I tell you anything about the poem, let me show you something. I will enact something and you just observe me. Okay? Enjoy it. Mama. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Akash. How are you? You got up so early today. Yes, Mama. I thought of getting up early from today. Mama, you know, I had something to tell you, which I thought last night that I'll be telling you right in morning. What is there? What do you want to tell my son? Mama, you know, all my friends were telling me that they are learning so many things at home. They have learned to prepare so many dishes. Every day their mom is teaching them to prepare some kind of new dishes, new sweet dishes. So, what's wrong in it? It's very good. Even you are learning so many things every day. But Mama, you know, I have to tell you something. Yes, you know, Mama, I'm spending every day reading some new storybooks. I'm busy doing some drawings and all. But I have not learned anything to prepare, to help you in the kitchen and to learn to make any new dishes. Doesn't matter, my son. Doesn't matter. So what? You are different. You are learning something different. We shouldn't always try to be like others. There is no harm being different. Okay, Mama, if you say, I'll accept it. Even I am enjoying this. Reading storybooks, reading new things, reading and enjoying my lessons on television every day. Oh, let me go and get fresh. Okay, Akash, just go. Get ready. The breakfast is ready for you. Call your dad also. Okay, bye-bye. Get ready. My dear students, my dear children, did you observe something? I hope you enjoyed this enactment. What was it? It was a discussion. It was a conversation between a mother and a son. They were talking on some simple issue that Akash wants to do something like his friends. And mother wants him to be doing what he is doing because she believes that there is no harm in being different. Yes, my students, I think you have guessed what we are going to do today. We are going to read a poem, a small, interesting poem that is class discussion from your textbook. I hope you will enjoy it. You just see the scene. You just see this picture. What do you find? It's a classroom scene, right? A teacher is standing here and she has written something on the blackboard and there are some students who are discussing something in the class. Discussion, conversation, talks, these are all part of our life. I think every day at home also, you must have been discussing several issues, several talks, even on the dining table, right? With your parents, with your grandparents, with your cousins, with your aunt and uncle, and everyone, with your friends. And we all love to discuss because discussion always brings out something new. Now here in the classroom scene, you see, there are several students, right? And the teacher tells them something. Teacher is discussing something with these children. right? Discussion is an integral part of any classroom. Without discussion, students will not enjoy, teachers will not enjoy. So discussion is an important part in every classroom. And that is what, even in our classroom, this classroom, we are also discussing on this poem, right? So observe this scene, observe this picture, and you'll find that the teacher and the students, they are busy discussing something. Now let's see what the teacher is discussing through this poem. But before that, won't you know, are you not interested to know about the poet? Yes, this poem, Class Discussion, is written by Grievous Finn. He is an author, and he was born on 27 December 1946 in England. By profession, he is an English author, an educator, a teacher, and school inspector. From his profession, you must have guessed, my children, that he had been very closely related to the school system. He has been into administration. He has observed the school, the functioning of the school from a very close corner, right? He has observed it personally. And so in this poem, he has also told us, he has shared with us about a classroom situation, right? So we'll not go into much of his profession and all, but we'll see that he has been into this field, into the school education system for a long time, and he was very closely related to this. So you will find that he has written this poem so well connected with the students and the teachers. Now his main interest was in children's literature. He has always loved to write about children, and you can see from his photograph that he is such a lovable person. He is such a person with a very broad smile, and he always loved children very much. I hope you also, after seeing his photo here, you would also like to read more about him. Okay, let's hope we will enjoy the poem that he has written for you people, right? Okay, let us take now. The poem, In the Class Discussion. Jane, you hardly said a word. We all aired our opinions, but from you we barely heard. You sat and stared in silence, surrounded by the chatter. Now tell me, Jane, and please be plain. Is there anything the matter? Jane looked up and then she spoke. Her voice was clear and low. There are many people in this world who are rather quiet, you know. By Grievous Finn. Now, it's a very short poem, but this has a very loud message for all of us. You see, there are, as you had seen in the picture of the classroom, there are several children. But there is one child, Jane, who is very quiet, right? And the teacher observes this. This teacher, she observes Jane, who is hardly there with any words. She's quiet, she's observing everybody, right? So now, here you will see that what the poet has to say. The teacher is in discussion with the class, and she points out this girl, Jane. What does she say? In the class discussion, Jane, you hardly said a word. We all aired our opinions. Aired our opinions means we all spoke, we all expressed our opinions, but from you we barely heard. We hardly heard anything, almost nothing. Why? She's interested to know why is it so that Jane is so quiet? You sat and stared in silence. You sat and stared in silence. She was staring at everyone. She was staring in silence without a word. surrounded by the chatter. The whole class was busy chattering. You see, this whole class is busy discussing something with the teacher. But Jane is quietly observing everyone. Can you guess who this Jane is here? I think this girl. She is Jane here, and she is quietly observing everyone. She is not saying anything to any of the students, any of her classmates, and she is quietly observing. She is staring in silence, surrounded by chatter. Chatter, in the previous story we did, what was it? Chatter means in talk, right? Now tell me, Jane, and please be plain. Don't hesitate. Just be plain. Just express what you think. What comes to your mind? Is there anything that really disturbs you? Is there anything the matter? Is there any matter? Or is there any reason for which you are quiet? The teacher is little disturbed because the teacher always wants that everyone should participate in any class discussion that is going on. Jane looked up. Now Jane, for the first time, she spoke something. Jane looked up and then she spoke. Her voice was clear and low. She was clear in what she had to say, but it was a little low. She was not as bold, or you can say as loudly as the others were. Her voice was a little low. What did she say? There are many people in this world who are rather quiet, you know. She wants to say here, there are many people in this world. She doesn't tell anything specifically about herself, but she is trying to she's trying to give a general term that there are people in this world who are quiet, who are not as talkative as my friends are. And she accepts that. She doesn't find anything wrong in being different from her classmates. So here, my children, I think you are able to connect it with a small enactment that I had done before you. That is, every child is different. Every child has some different qualities. We should not be like others. We should try to be just the way we are. Yes, we should always try to improve ourselves. We should always try to learn good things from others. But it's not that if the whole world is chattering, the whole world is so talkative, we also need to be talkative. No, there is nothing like that. If you want, you can be a very good listener. You can be a very good observer and observe the things, listen to the things carefully, and when the right time comes, speak out, discuss, express your ideas. Nobody is going to stop you then, right? So each one of us have got a different opinion, have got a different way of leading the life, and we are born with different qualities, and every one of us are unique by nature. We all have unique qualities, and we should be happy with it, right? The way Akash was initially not happy with the thing that his friends are busy learning different dishes from their mother. But gradually, during the process of discussion, he understands that we need not be like others. We need not always copy others. We should be happy with what we are doing because we are different from others. Right? So, my dear children, I think you have got the message that Jane wants to give to all of us. That in this world, there are some people who are rather quiet. They don't speak much, but they listen to us, they observe us, and then they give some kind of statement what they observed. So she has observed everyone, and now she is here with a statement. Right? Okay. So now quickly go through the poem once again. You see there are some rhyming words. In my previous session, I have already discussed with you what are rhyming words, and we had played with some of the rhyming words. Here also, you can easily find out the rhyming words. For your convenience, I have just written one. Word, heard, right? Rhyming words are those words which end with the same final sound, right? Word, heard. So the final sound of these two words is erd. So that's why these two words are rhyming in nature. Can you guess some other? Quickly jot down all the rhyming words from this. I'll give you some time. Just quickly go through all these rhyming words. Note the pairs. What is the second one? Yes, I think you got it right. It's chatter, matter. Right? Good. Any other? Yes, it's Jane, plane. So write, if you see the last or the final sound of these two words, it's same. It sounds same. Ain, plane, Jane. Ain is the sound. Chatter, matter. Atter is the last sound. Right? Okay. Here, can you guess? Yes. It's low, no. So whenever we are reading, whenever we are enjoying any poem, we should try to locate these rhyming words, because rhyming is very interesting part of writing a poem, and it becomes very soothing to our ears whenever a poem is rhyming in nature, right? So whenever you try writing a poem, use the words which are rhyming in nature, right? That will help you to write a wonderful poem. Okay? So try out today. Take any idea, take any theme, take any thing that interests you and jot down some lines. Write a small poem using some rhyming words that you have thought of. Right? Okay, so finally we have the rhyming words word, heard, chatter, matter, Jane, plane, and here we have low, no. Right? Okay, good. Now let us move on to the next part. We have got some new words also. Some new, some old words, some words which you already know. Let us quickly have a look at the words which we have come across in this poem, and please note down the meanings of these poem. Have your own dictionary. One dictionary is available with you. The hard copy of the dictionary is available with you. Another dictionary you can make on your own dictionary, and you can have a collection of all these words. That's going to help you a lot. So what are the words that we have got? It's discussion. What does it mean? Talking together in a group on a single topic, right? Aired, that is make public or announce it or speak out or expressed anything. Barely, as I said, hardly, almost not. Jane hardly spoke any word, right? Chatter, long informal talk on unimportant thing. So there was lot of chatter going on in the class, and Jane was quietly observing, staring at the chatter. Then plain means simple, clear. Then stare, look fixedly with eyes wide open. See the word stare. It is all related to kind of look. But we have several words: staring, gazing, looking. Gazing was also a word which is related to look, but the difference is kind of look. If you are staring at something, that means with your fixed eyes, you are not moving your eyes from there, and you are gazing, you are staring at that thing with your eyes wide open, right? That is called as staring, and staring is not good. You should not stare at anybody, right? It's not good. Okay, so these are the words that we have got for you. Note it down and try to have a collection of these words in your own dictionary, right? Okay. Now it follows some reading comprehension questions, right? You have just read the poem. I think you will be able to give me the answers of all these questions. These are very simple ones. What activity was going on in the class? Can you guess? I think there is no need to guess. You know the meaning, right? What is it? It is class discussion. Class discussion with the teacher, with the students is going on in the class. Who was the quiet one in the class? Yes. Who was the one? Only one name was written, right? In the whole poem, only one character is written. Name of one character that we have got. Others are all students. It's general written. So who was the quiet one in the class? It's Jane who was quiet one in the class. What was she doing in the class? Was she talkative? Was she disturbing? Yes. No, you will disagree with me. Yes, you will say, ma'am is here with all incorrect answers. So what is the correct answer? Can you tell me? Yes, she is staring at what? Let us go back to the poem. What is she doing? Stared in silence, surrounded by the chatter. So she is quiet and she is quietly observing the children, classmates, discussing with the teacher. Right? She is not part of the discussion. She is quietly observing, looking at the students who are busy discussing something with the teacher. Right? Okay, there's an MCQ here for you. Why was she quiet? What is the correct answer? Out of A, B, C, D, you have to tell me which one is the correct answer. Why was she quiet? She was afraid to air her opinions. She hated the noise. She didn't like the activity. She was quiet by nature. Which one is the correct one? I think the most appropriate, if you agree with me, is D option. Right? What is that option D? She was quiet by nature. From where do you get the clue? Yes, you get the clue from the last part, last line. There are many people in this world who are rather quiet, you know. That means she is also quiet by nature. She doesn't want to be talkative like the other classmates. Now there is a very open-ended question, a question which is for you. How do you interact in class during a discussion? Do you participate or remain quiet? My dear children, some of you definitely would say that we love to interact with our teacher. We love to interact with our student, with our friends. Yes, but there are some students who will speak only when they are asked. They will not be that free to discuss anything and everything in the class. They are little quiet, right? They are a bit quiet in nature. So, what about you? Yes, some of you will say, yes, we do interact with the class by expressing our thoughts, by expressing our views to the class, to the teacher, right? And do you like to participate? Yes, some of you will say, yes, we are always ready to participate because that makes us quite active in the class. And the whole class gets to know what is there in my mind or what is the thing that I want to tell to others, right? So it is always advisable to be interactive, but it should not be a disturbance in the class. Maintaining the decorum, maintaining discipline, you should be interacting with your teacher, with your classmates. That is going to be very fruitful for all of us. So my dear children, with this activity, we have come to the end of the first session. What did we understand? What did we learn from this? We learned through the poem that Jane, like Jane, we all have some different and unique qualities. And there is no harm in having some different qualities, unique qualities. And there is no harm in being different from others. Goodbye. Have a nice day.